When the first Moana movie released back in 2016, it was a massive success. It was fresh. The animation was stunning. It was something that I gravitated towards a lot. I really enjoyed it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It was a fantastic movie. So naturally, guys, we live in the age of sequels, and obviously Disney was not gonna miss an opportunity to make part two. Now, when it comes to part two, guys, right off the bat, I'm gonna be brutally honest. It is a very good movie. It's solid. It's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. But the obvious comparison has to be, if I put this up against the first movie, there's just something missing. You know, that little bit of magic, that spark that the first movie had. It's very difficult to replicate that. They do a decent job, but it just falls short for me personally. Now, when it comes to the story and the structure of Moana 2, it's very similar in design, like the first movie. Only thing different is the first movie focused more on Moana as a singular character and her journey. And, this one adds a crew into the mix, so Moana is not traveling alone. Maui shows up, and then this time around, guys, they have a journey. She has to team up with Maui again, and they need to find a lost island that's protected by a thunder god. I don't want to give away plot details, guys, but it's very similar in structure. We have to start at a certain point. The journey goes on. We have musical numbers, and there's the jokes. I kind of feel like some of the jokes land, but not all of them land. It's not as funny as the first movie, and some of the musical numbers, guys, they are not as memorable. I feel like the one song that stands out is, when Maui performs a song for Moana just to get a mood back up, and just to energize, get a morale back up. That is the one song that I remember. That's the one song that stands out for me. As for the rest of the other things, guys, it just falls short, and it's not as funny as I wanted it to be. And there's a lot of jokes in here. They find a balance. In that regard, I feel like it's a little bit more mature than the first movie. I understand that you have to grow with the audience, but there's a lot of jokes in here where I feel like the younger audience might not actually catch, which is very interesting. And when it comes to animation, honestly speaking, guys, the first movie came out in 2016, and there isn't a lot visually that has changed. If I'm being completely honest, it shares a similar aesthetic. I was expecting to see changes in technology, and what they could do with animation, but I feel like there's nothing here that stands out to me where I'm like, wow, there's no way that they could have pulled this off in 2016. And that's just me, guys. So there's a lot of elements in Moana 2 that I feel it just falls short, from the brilliance of the first movie. And that's just me as a fan, guys. Look, the first movie is a singular entity that I feel like, honestly speaking, guys, this is a sequel that we didn't need this movie, guys. And that's just how I feel personally. We could have had the first movie, just have it as it is, enjoy it. It's a classic, one of Disney's best movies, and then just wait for the live action to see how that whole thing plays out. But the sequel wasn't necessary, guys. And I feel like, that has been a recent thing in Hollywood where we get, sequels to things where did we need a sequel, guys? I mean, you could have went the route of just having a Disney Plus television show for your subs, but a full-length feature film, I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's just a spark missing for me, and that's just me as a fan, guys, and that's just me being brutally honest. It doesn't come close, to the first movie, and that's just me, guys. So when it comes to a rating for this one, guys, I think I'll give this one a 2.5 out of 5, guys. The first movie is definitely a 4 out of 5 for me, but this is just a cut below the brilliance and the masterpiece that the first movie was, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about this one down below in the comment section. Am I overthinking it? Am I being a little bit harsh? But at the end of the day, if you watch something and it doesn't resonate or it doesn't hit the same way like the original, you have to call it, tell it like it is. And that's how I feel about this one, guys. Please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, yes. I also want to say, if I compare this to a sequel, like with Inside Out Part 2, Inside Out Part 2 just, kicked on from the first movie. It didn't try to recreate the first movie. It tried something different, and I feel like that is what this one is missing. It didn't try to reinvent the wheel. It just tried to I don't know, guys. It tried to follow a similar structure to the first movie where it could have just swung for the fences. But that's it for me, guys. Catch you on the next video.